Welcome one and all, I'm Keith, this is Game to Please, and we are back in Fallout 4 Conservationist, Only Live Once, here in the Mechanist Lair. We did the final fight last time, as you can see, from the several dead robots. And today, we are going to be jumping into the last of the DLCs, Vault-Tec, taking on all of the ghouls, all of the Mirelurks, all of the ghouls, all of the mole rats, all of the ghouls, rad scorpions. There's a lot of ghouls, and a lot of creatures, and a whole lot of stuff that we just can't kill. But to get through that DLC, we need to make it to at least an initial bit. Yeah, because of that, I think we will essentially have to break a few of our rules. Now, one of the rules that I have for this run is to not lead enemies into their death. The initial bit where I was in the vault and I wasn't able to kill the rad roaches by leading them into their own death in the electrocution little generator room, yeah, that is essentially going to be tossed out the window because, yes, I will need to be leading creatures into their death if I have any chance of getting through the Vault-Tec DLC. The true ultimate goal of this run is to not kill any animals or creatures. We're still doing good on that. We have 0 and 0. I'll probably give myself a leeway of 1 or 2 just to finish the run and say that it's not complete, but we are so close to the end. So let's get through Vault-Tec, and then pretty soon we'll be wrapping things up. And I did pick up one more legendary in between parts. I was just scavenging through things. Lucky combat rifle we had from last time, I remembered that, but the apparel, the fortifying operator's left armband, that's one more thing. There were only 3 legendary explosions. It felt like a lot more during the battle, but yeah, 3 legendaries in the final battle, and 3 decent, well no, one of them was a safecracker, so definitely not, but 2 decent things, but I won't be using any of the armor likely. Now we just need to stop in with Ada, turn in the final quest for the Mechanist DLC, the Automatron DLC, to be completed. Then we'll be able to teleport straight back to the Institute and move forward with Vault-Tec.
I trust the outcome was what you wanted.
I got her to see the truth.
So the Mechanist really was misguided.
She's good at heart.
I believe I have a certain understanding when it comes to guilt.
So with this knowledge, Ada's probably feeling a little better. And I just picked up one more level of tiredness, I'm guessing, because I'm down to 275. Okay, after dropping all of the junk, and is there anything that we want to take with us? Maybe just some purified water. Now, unfortunately, I don't think we're timing this particularly well because we're getting tired, but it's 6:46 p.m., and this is kind of the perfect time to get down south to Vault 88. Let's get to the Institute and think about things. In and out. Now we might as well actually start the Vault-Tec DLC. All you have to do is listen to something on your radio.
Vault 88 emergency classification. Unspecified integrity breach warning. Any available Vault-Tec personnel are required to respond under Emergency Protocol VT-76.
So we have it on our Pip-Boy. The radio signal's coming in loud and clear, and we can go pretend that we're a Vault-Tec employee and figure things out. But yeah, let's stop in at home. I think we might actually just rely on some Nuka-Cola to get through Overtired to get down south. But yeah, then from there we'll be able to use our adrenaline one last little bit to clear out the quarry. And then, well, then we'll need to figure things out. Actually, Vault 88, that's going to be pretty long. And if we just rely on Nuka-Cola to keep us going, the caffeination, it can only take us so far. And I really don't want to have issues with trying to sleep. Okay, let's actually split the difference and sleep pretty long so we can still get the nighttime going, but we will lose out on our adrenaline. 21 hours, I think, after the longest episode I've ever done, I do deserve a break. And hopefully, with any luck, well rested. Did I not pick up a disease? I lost a disease? I did not think that I would lose a disease. I thought that I would be taking on a disease with all the chems I used last time, but that is fine. Gotta take the little wins where you can. And we're probably just going to go back immediately to the Lucky Combat Rifle, since that's the one that actually is not only set up to have more VAT shots, but now that it has the Lucky legendary prefix, it's going to be even better. But yeah, we already have a good 308 combat. Let's just take everything off of that, save us a little bit of resources. And just move everything over. Actually, we'll have to make this short stock. And, oh, I need adhesive for the suppressor, which I never actually got on my last combat rifle. Pretty low on that. So back to the Lucky, we get the suppressor on there. Run out of adhesive, but I think that this is going to go straight back into rotation. And again, the two-shot boosted, I'm thinking about it, and honestly, if I want to kill something, I have my bout time. The Gauss rifle is going to just overpower anything with its damage. Lucky is for the VATS. Suppress 7.62 is for the accurate, recoilless headshots from a distance. And a good gun, it's kind of at a weird place, unfortunately. It's heavy enough that I can't really justify it. It takes the place of Lucky. If I was to put a scope on it, then the Suppress 7.62 would be better, but then that would keep my ammo about for the 7.62 just a little while longer, which could be useful. Let's turn a good gun into more of a sniper. Make up some of that. Now we're low on corn, unfortunately. And unfortunately, it doesn't have a recon scope on it, so I'll have to keep that on the Gauss rifle. One drawback that I forgot. Medium scope is fine, and yeah, a good gun is now a sniper. Okay, good news and bad news. Good news is I broke down and actually decided to update the plasma rifle. So 2GU, it being a 2-shot could be pretty nice to have around. And if I ever need to clear out a room, I don't want to have to rely on having to charge the Gauss rifle, that with a little bit of jet will get the job done, I think. So yeah, plasma rifle's going to stick with us. So we have 5 weapons, 5 rifles, and quite a bit of overlap between all of them, but it's just fun. At this point in the game, actually being able to have quite a bit of guns, finally. It's taken a while, and I feel like I don't really need them at this point, but I can finally get some rotation going on. Now, the important thing to remember is with this many guns comes the problem of having too many choices and kind of being paralyzed by choice, trying to figure out if a situation should require a Gauss rifle, or a plasma gun, or just a bunch of VATS defense. But having all the tools is better than not. But the bad news. The bad news is something that's not in my inventory that I left at the airport is friendly fire. And that is something I need, desperately. So we're going back to the airport, unfortunately. I really hope this excursion doesn't end up costing me any health. So hopefully the next time you hear from me, I'm going to have made it to Boston Airport without a peep of an enemy activity along the way. And definitely something. Yep, a whole lot of something. I really don't feel like messing with this. There is one legendary, but I think I've had my fill of legendaries. Unless it's... oh, good, it's mobile. Yeah, this is going to go well. Okay, so the way to deal with this sort of thing is to lay a trap. They're going to be on a bridge, and to deal with them on a bridge, I like to just blow them up and blow up all the cars. So we're going to lay a mine trying to get this car to explode as well. Lay a mine over here to get that. Oh, and they're hearing us. Get large amounts of explosions to happen. And if they come up all the way over here... okay, something is spooking them really effectively. Is it the Brotherhood? Oh, this is getting chaotic. Okay, we need to be really careful. They're going to be heading straight for us, which is not how we want our ambush to start. Psycho Jet. Get water back up, and I'm going to... let's go over to 2GU and start killing them. We have no cover whatsoever. They're going to get to the point where things start exploding and start laying into them. Explosions and several misses from me. More Psycho Jet. Lots of explosions. Sentry Bot is doing good work. At least the Brotherhood is around to at least get in the way, I suppose. Oh, this is pretty. Okay, Mr. Handy War Machine. That's the next thing. Anything that comes out of there. We've got a goo. Very nice. Okay, Handy. Oh, the travel time on this is bad for this distance. You have to actually lead them. Is that everything? Vertibird, you messed up my ambush. And we've got a lucky treated leather right leg. That is fine. So we didn't make it to Boston Airport without incident, but not too bad. That's why I didn't check it. It's in here. I see. As is quite a bit of stuff. And more importantly than the syringer, which we could have just picked up at Diamond City again. Minecloud syringe and the pack syringe. 44 and 38, respectively. Yeah, that's the real reason why we came here. But of course, now we have to go back to the Institute and start our journey for real. And I should say the CIT ruins, since I never really actually stay in the Institute for more than a second. So Vault-Tec will be an endurance run, both to get down there and get inside the vault, but to actually start dealing with the vault. So yeah, let's make sure that we have enough food and water to survive quite a trip. We are extremely low on food, as it turns out. Probably need to stop by Diamond City on my way. And as you can see, this character does describe me perfectly because, as you can see, yeah, there is no one to buy meat and food from. I guess I can buy some really overpriced noodles. Oh god.
Takahashi.
Takahashi, it's come to it. I'm actually needing your noodles.
Yes.
Each one at 44 caps. That's fine for someone who has 24,000 caps as it is. We'll just carry 8 of those, and we're ever so slightly overweight because I maxed out my weight earlier because I did not think things through. Wonderful. I'm just going to put the lucky treated leather right leg in the chemistry station. So let's go down to Vault 88. Last time we pretty much went to the same area a little bit further north when we were trying to get to the General Atomics facility. And it shouldn't be too much of an issue to just follow the same path for most of it, but then veer south. So we should be pretty safe. We've got the nighttime on our side for quite a while. It's not even midnight. It looks like this time we've got more Rust Devils, but at least they're that far away. And there was a Rabid Radstag over there. Well, the plasma gun is definitely doing a better job than the rest of them besides the gas rifle. I don't want to waste too much Psycho Jet on little things, but I don't mind killing these guys. And when I say killing these guys, I missed. Two shots. And 3 shots. And you took it like a champ, apparently. Maybe one more VAT shot? No, let's not. Just manual. I did see a 92% chance, but he was too far away. So yeah, that worked out-ish. Now after reaching the point in the road, yeah, just get on the cliff, and then follow the railroad. Till it ends, there's that random spawn, but there shouldn't be anything along the way, and we should be good. And it doesn't look like there's any random spawn, so we can just head on down south. But of course, avoid the super mutants, and then avoid the other super mutants, and avoid the bear, and yeah, there's multiple big things in this area that we need to keep an eye out for. Especially when we check our hidden brackets, and it's shuffling quite a bit. Okay, so positions. We are south of, what is it, Big? I still don't have it marked on my map. I don't want to get too close to those super mutants. But the salvage yard, and we're pretty much right at where the XO1 power armor is, or should be. Oh, there it is. Yeah. This area right here is a good stopping point for you to avoid the next major hurdle. Yeah, Jamaica Plain and all of its ghouls. Now, there are super mutants on the west side, and I think it's pretty clear on the east side, so I like to go around that way. But make sure that you're avoiding anything in this area. I think the bears can wander down here. There shouldn't be anything else. And Bats isn't detecting anything. I'm already feeling hungry. Do I have parasites or something? Oh, only lethargy and weakness. Some of the worst, unfortunately, but at least it's only 2. But yeah, our goal is to get up onto the overpass. I think you can either do that by just going underneath the overpass and then getting on it from the other side, or you can make it up there earlier and then jetpack your way across, maybe with the help of a little bit of AP refresh. But yeah, it's the safest place, and oh, it's this thing again. I'm actually just going to leave it. I don't have time, and I think it's just going to be more harm than it's worth to get random scrap. But yeah, sometimes there's movement on this road here. You want to make sure that there's no raiders or rust devils coming in from the north. Super mutants can also roam, so yeah, definitely be aware of that. But ghouls, low enough perception that you should be able to just make it by on this road as long as you're not being followed. Yeah, there's the ghouls, but our hidden brackets are not shuffling really at all. And this is where we can get onto the overpass. Actually, my testing, I don't think I use the overpass to clear out the quarry, but I always use the overpass to clear out the quarry. I just kind of forced my way in there without really thinking about being safe, because testing, obviously. But yeah, aren't there dogs on this one? I don't think... Yeah, we've got dogs up here, and I don't want to endanger them. Yeah, we can't use this overpass. That is just asking too much. Actually, no, even if we're doing it on top, I was thinking about going on top, we'll still get blind fire. We could cause the dogs to run around and be all freaked out. Yeah, let's not even consider it. We can get to the other overpass. There aren't dogs there. That's a much safer bet. But the problem with that side is it's further down south, and you can spawn in the fights pretty much all the enemies south of the vault. And that's its own problem, because vertibirds landing on top of you are no joke. This is questionable. And of course, I'm probably close. Yeah, that vertibird spawned in as well. Okay, good. Good. And we've got Mirelurks over in that direction, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, things are getting a little more complicated. I think for the sake of safety, I'm going to get up here. There's going to be like 5 vertibirds surrounding me in 5 or 6 minutes, but we'll see. And I'm barely going to make it. And get the jet fuel because our lethargy is just abysmal. So I heard something outside that sounded like a fat man being launched, and it was very terrifying. There was just kind of a whistle in the background, and it got to me. Yeah, that was just a moment of terror, but I think we actually might be... Yeah, I see the super mutants, but I swear all the time there's a vertibird that gets summoned in. And don't mind the firing, they just like wasting their ammo, that's fine. So I think we're good. I think we're going to clear out the quarry nice and simply. Let's take out the guys up top first. They're far enough away. Well, there's that caution, so yeah, we'll just be nice and safe, nice and careful, but try to take on some enemies that I can take on with one shot. And you're ready for a sneak attack. Took it like a champ. It's only the turret that seems perturbed. Don't know why I'm using my 7.76 ammo. Probably should be using the cheap ammo. Headshot does the trick. And headshot times 2 does the trick. And a few headshots will be what's needed for you, but hopefully we're far enough away that any random stray fire doesn't really do much. They don't seem too interested in doing too much shooting. And he goes down. Still in caution. Sometimes there's a person with a melee weapon. They don't know really how to get to me. Of course, one thing I probably should have done was get everyone marked up. And I do apologize that everything's just trying to look through soup at this point. Very foggy and very dark. But it makes it the ideal time to actually do YOLO runs. Just take the shot. And not sure if I'm going to be able to get their attention. Let's just launch some plasma over that way. I think this is far enough that their weapons would pretty much drift off to 0 damage. And kills you in one shot. Misses. Kills you in... Nope. Yeah, I'm so far away they can't even really shoot at me, apparently, but... Are they even firing? Yeah, they're firing, but it's so far away that... Yeah, I'm not really hearing anything. I see little muzzle flashes. And I'm having to lead him so much that it is actually really ineffective. Just, yep, there we go. He finally stood still for just a second. Yeah, the problem with this is it has such good range and damage, but yeah, you have quite a bit of a travel time, so it's much better if it was just a VATS weapon, but it is pretty powerful. Okay, even though I'm still in caution. Oh, I think I see someone who has a melee weapon. Survivalist. Again, trying to lead him. Not very effective. But melee weapon. Okay, screw that. Let's just... Each time I lose them. There we go. Okay. Are we done? I'm still hearing bullets whizzing over my head, so I don't think we're done. I am trying to clear this out as much as possible before entering it, just on the off chance that vertibirds do spawn in to rain death and destruction on me, but it is just so foggy. I can't see anything. Like, that guy right there, he had to move for me to see him. Oh, it's the boss, so it takes a few more shots, doesn't it? There's definitely going to be people underneath all this quarry. And underneath the quarry, there is the people right on the outside of the entrance. I think we're good. We should be able to just use the combat rifle, get some good shots in. Didn't even double check. This is 9 shots. Need to double check exactly how many bat shots I can get. Let's get as close to the quarry, and not even going to bother with any of the looting. Oh, except if there's a person, like, right there. Okay. Again, I forgot to check, but that is maybe 63%, and I used up... Yeah, that's pretty good. Gotta make sure that I double check exactly how much VATS gets used up. Could be 3 people in here. They're already freaking out. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of shots. That's very nice. Why does it say that I can go on forever? Very strange. And just wait for both of them to be able to be hit. And I think that's good enough. 2 shots. And immediately into you. Oh, there's only 2. Usually there's 1 more, but I probably scared them out into the open earlier. Okay, we are at Vault 88, and I think what we're going to do is actually... Well, let's step into Vault 88. I don't want to talk just standing in rads, frankly. Here we have the Vault Tech person with kind of a gravelly voice, trying to convince some raiders not to break in. But what have we got? Veteran. Even 2 headshots would be required for them. But you're pretty nice and easy. And we've got at least 1 shot off. Let's actually speed up a little bit. Get this in the right order. Oh, didn't get my counts correctly. Yep, we're taking fire. And it's just blind firing, so blind fire as well. There we go. Okay, that was messy. I was thinking about finishing up before getting into this point, because I want to change things up a little bit. After editing the last video, where I went on for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of trying to get through the Automatron DLC, yeah, that took a while. And then editing it down took a while, and saying goodbye to a bunch of stuff took a while. I need to stop trying to say, let's get through DLC in a single part. It's just too much. And that was kind of an accident on my part.
Vault Tech will not forgive.
So yeah, it took a little longer than I thought to get down here today, but we'll be leaving things here for now. Next time, we are going to be making our way through the vault, Vault 88, with all of its ghouls and creatures and animals. Actually, mostly creatures. But yeah, all of that, and not killing any of them, not getting any kills on our kill count for those. It's going to be difficult, so it'll be fun showing you how to do it. But until then, I have been Keith. This has been Game to Please with Fallout 4, Conservationists Only Live Once. Thanks for joining me, and until next time, farewell.